Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long was 1975. A YouTuber on the rise, reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long was 1975.
This is Slipstream. I'm playing this on my Xbox S, but it's available across all Xboxes. Xbox eyes. But it's also available on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Obviously across all those machines it's essentially going to look the same. I bought this from Xbox Live for £7.99 British pence, and what it is basically a big homage, tribute, love letter, if you will, to the sprite scalers of the mid to late 80s and early 90s, in particular to stuff like Outrun, Turbo Outrun, Outrunners. I guess you could also argue to Chase HQ, but in this game you don't like ram the shit out of everyone else. I think it was pretty much written by one guy. I've had a very quick go to get my head around the controls, and basically if you like Outrun and stuff like that, if you like, you're on a whole, you know, nostalgia trip for the 80s, including, you know, the way the production is done on this, like when you pause it in game, there's a bunch of C60 tapes, you know, spinning around. The music is incredibly 80s arcades. Then this should be right up your street. It's a racing game. I can't remember who wrote it, but basically if you want to know any more information about it, go and have a look at Sega Lord X's excellent video on it, because that's where I became aware of it. And yeah, so there's a whole bunch of cars. None of them are licensed, but they clearly are what you think they are, such as that being a Nissan 300 ZX. That's right, I didn't say Nissan and I didn't say 300 ZX, because that would be incorrect. Now I'll show you the cars in a bit, so you kind of get a feel for, you know, obviously each one of them is a late 80s, early 90s kind of boy racers, you know, wet dream. But yeah, so I think this has been received pretty well. I mean, it's £7.99, but yeah, so I don't know what tricks it does. It's very shiny, it's very fantastic, but basically it looks like a sprite. It looks like a sprite scaler on fucking steroids. Anyway, let's get into it. So I've played it like briefly once, and surprise, surprise, I was shite at it, but let's get into it, because there is one game mode that I'm there's a bunch of stuff, but there's one game, oh, better sign in, hadn't I? Game mode that I'm particularly interested in playing. Right, so obviously, because I've had a quick go, there's, you know, there's achievement, not like Xbox achievements, but, you know, there's stuff to do. I've used 3 cars. Basically, I've tried 3 cars. Tracks visited 3, cups won none, rivals defeated 2. It's a grinder, if you will, but there's a whole bunch. It is for completionists, isn't it? So I've completed a whopping 7%. But it's while I was doing that I found out the game mode that I'm primarily interested in. So, single player, multiplayer, records, achievements, settings, tutorial, change user. Tutorial? No. I'm happy with not knowing what I'm doing. Multiplayer, so, you know, play the game with 2 to 4 players. I think it's split screen and stuff like that, up to 4 people, which is kind of cool. So that's a nod back to old school couch multiplayer. Single player. Right, Grand Tour, that's what I'm interested in. That's basically Outrun. Single race, so that's kind of like sort of, you know, your standard Grand Prix games and stuff like that, even though that's a Grand Prix mode, where there's a certain number of individuals that you all start at the same time off a grid and you have to race and beat them. Then you've got Grand Prix, Championship mode composed of 5 separate races, Cannonball, Rally Style race through a number of connected stages with many customizable options. Right, there you go, and Time Trial. Battle Royale. That's kind of cool. So there's a bunch of stuff in it, which, you know, for £7.99, I'm kind of on board with that. Effort has been made. Effort has been made. Grand Tour. Regular, reverse. So, I guess reverse track. Does exactly what it says on the tin. Regular. So here are your cars. Select car. So that would be Type 23. That's our Nissan 300 ZX. Epsilon, Golf GTI. No, Alfa Romeo. No, not Alfa Romeo. Lancia. Lancia Delta. Look at the front. Toyota Celica or Celica Supra, I believe, then NSX and RX-7. I'm going to go with the Lancia. So yeah, look, easy to handle, decent acceleration, its low top speed can be compensated by avoiding collisions. Not going to happen. So they've all got, you know, unique personalities, if you will. So A. Then we have manual drifting, automatic drifting. You have to brake to start the drift and then you control it. I'm going to go with automatic drifting because I have to try and talk when I play this. But like literally, I'm just right at the start of this. I plan on caning a lot of my life into this. So progression, you know, and also memorization because it's essentially track racing, you know, even though it's sprite scaling. Think how they did stuff with power drift. It's a track even though it's not polygonal. Automatic drifting. Right, all the cars have medium acceleration, top speed, default class, light, either medium, heavy. So, for the purpose of this gameplay, I'm going to go with light. So here's the thing, you can change the controls to anything you want, but left bumper is accelerate, is default, right bumper is brake. Not a fan of that. Bottom right hand corner is my speed, incorrectly in kilometers. Y button is rewind time, but you have to earn points to do that, which you will see like that flashing pink there. You will see that telling me that I've earned points. So, oh yeah, who dares to awaken me? So it's got this whole kind of arcadey feel racing thing going on, because it very much is, as you would expect. Wow, this does have a low top speed. Oh! But it looks nice. It looks really nice. Feels a little bit more solid than sprites, particularly your car models, so I don't know how they've done that, but, you know, I never wrote it. But obviously Slipstream is the point directly behind the car in front of you where the air pressure is lower for you because he's the one pushing it out of your way, which allows you to... Hang on, have I got... There we go. Yep, ready the devil. Points for quote. Brake! Oh shit. You've got to remember to brake immediately afterwards. But yeah, allowing you to kind of slingshot and stuff like that. Which is a point, you know, a nice thing. That's, well, it's called that. You were bloody Coco, wouldn't you? I like the fact as well that there are other vehicles that aren't the ones, you know, that you can select. Basically, you know, filling up the traffic, if you will. Because I was a bit worried about that. I don't know what overall, oh shit, reviews it's got, but this is, oh go, hang on, see, outrun, you win. Marble Garden, wait, we're going to go to Marble Garden. That's very distracting. Right, shit. Takes a little way getting used to. That's very distracting. Did that need to be quite so big at the top of the screen? I like the way the old background kind of, you know, dissipated out. It feels like we're in Oz, but super nice, super smooth. Could any of the Sega system hardware back in the day done this? Probably not. But you know what it's going for, and I like that. I also kind of like what they're doing with those people, giving them personalities and stuff like that, making you want to beat them and stuff. But when they actually talk, I just can't help but feel it shouldn't take so much of the top of the screen up like that. It's quite distracting because, you know me, when I have to look at various parts of the screen, brake, shit finds my face quite quickly. But, yeah. Oh, I pressed brake and not accelerate. That's entirely on me. This is cool. I'm liking this. The music is excellent. Very sharp visuals. Yoink! Slow or not, I do like the way this car handles. So yeah, does exactly what it says on the tin. It's a sprite scaler, basically Outrun inspired game. I very much like that. Hopefully, well, obviously I didn't have hay for you, else that would have fucked me up, wouldn't it? But right, does it mean everything to the... These are all the tracks from the game. I guess they're just linking them together because if you're playing in actual single player... See that there? Totally throws you off. Playing through single player, you know, mode, race mode or whatever, tournament, stuff like that. We're definitely in Oz now. You will go around, like I said, it's a track-based lapper, if you will, so you will go around see the same stuff, even though it's been done in the form of a sprite scaler. That's trippy as fuck, man. So I like that. That's really, really cool. Playing on analog, you can play it on the D-pad if you want. Why you would want to, I don't know. Maybe to remind you of your glory days back and, you know, your Mega Drives and stuff. Okay, see, it's telling you when you're doing Slipstream, which is what builds up my rewind time. I like rewind time. Does it need to be in an arcade racer like this? Probably not, because the minute you introduce it, while it's very handy, although the minute I rewind time, I immediately forget that I should probably brake. And it becomes a pointless waste of time. But while I like the fact that you can be doing extremely well, obviously I am not, and then fuck up on one tiny little thing, it gives you... I'm tripping now, that was weird. Felt like everything was going backwards. I need to rethink my style. You need to stop covering the entire top third of the bloody screen and then do that where it drops down. That's irritating as shit. I do like that trippy effect when the background disappears. Oh, am I out of time? No, I was almost out of time. Time is top right, by the way. That was a kind of cool effect. Oh, it's called the V. Hang on, pause. Right, there you go, look, spinning C60s and stuff like that. Musical volume, sound volume, screen tilt, game speed 100%. Right, this is going to kill me now, pressing start. Turn the actual options for the game. I think it's called VHS mode. So, like, when you rewind and stuff, dropping it, Freddy's the devil. I want to do it now, but I want to do it when I'm on the straight. Well, that's convenient. See, it's got like a, you know, fast forward rewind effect from an, well, I had Betamax because, you know, it was better than VHS. I'm not here to argue with you, it was. Wasn't as well supported, but it was a better system. Got a VHS fence in my room, but, you know, Sony all the way, Betamax. Not Betamax, Betamax. Yoink! The controls in this are super tight, but yeah, so when you go into the actual options, not in the pause menu, you get the option to turn on or off that effect. But see, I'm liking this. I really like this. It does exactly what it says on the tin. Did you like, you know, Outrun, Chase HQ, stuff like that? A whole bunch of stuff that I'm forgetting, but mainly Outrun, really. Then this is a throwback then. But like I said, the production, the music and stuff. Oi, you cheeky oh, hang on. Shies and balls. Why did I waste a rewind there? Yeah, everything about it just reeks arcades in the 80s. Right, so what, 4 stages? And I won 3. Next page. Oh look, hello. Right, next page. B, exit. Shall we have one more cheeky quick go in this? But let's play it with a different car. So, obviously, single race is what I mean, where it's kind of like a standard racer, but I want to do it like this because, you know, it's Outrun, basically. It's Outrun. I wonder if they're going to do like a knockoff Chase HQ. That would be cool. That would be very cool. Right, Grand Tour it. Shall we do reverse? Fuck it. Right, let's go with the 300 ZX. I used to love these. Obviously, I never had one. I used to love those cars though as a kid. The whole Japanese thing was huge, wasn't it? It still is to some degree. Only none of us can afford to drive anymore because of the price of petrol. Look at that! It's kind of ripping off the Sega sign. Well, it's the font. I never noticed that. There we go. And Super 80s World. It is. That's so nice. I'm wondering if there's actual free. I don't know. I don't want to look at the background because that's when shit finds my face. But obviously a little bit more to just fake pseudo sprite skating, isn't it? There's a 3D engine of sorts at work here. Right. Are we starting in the same? Well, I don't know. I'm immediately going backwards and I'm confused. Whoa! Look at him! Oh, hello! It's the Tin Man. Get out of the way. Bit narrow. All the tracks have a definite different feel to them though as well. It's kind of cool. Or scenery, I should say. Not tracks, because it's not really a track in this game mode, is it? If you know what I mean. Right. Tranquil. I like this. I feel like I should have a nap and relax. Yep, this is a love letter to the 80s, basically. And I'm on board with that. Yoink, Shizen. Right, let's go right. We went left. Does it matter? No, we're not, though, are we? If we reverse? No, it's just flipped it. I'm sorry, I'm confused. I'll shut up now. Oh, hello, beach. Oh, come on, put some C at the side, like Outrun. Really? Like, oh, definitely. But half this game's set in bloody Oz. Who dares to awaken me? See? I don't like looking up in shit. Yep. There you go. There's your nod to Outrun right there. That's fucking awesome. Not gonna lie. Whoa! Did I ram him into the drink? He probably deserved it. Shit! Oh, how am I still alive? I wanted to see if I cut across to the other side. Yeah, look at this. Half this place is set in Oz. Clearly Munchkins live in those. This is superb. But then obviously the 80s, the 90s, more so the 80s, was my favourite period in arcades. It really was. It was a fantastic time. There are no arcades. Well, there are still some by me in Western, but you know. And some have some of the older games, but I'd kill to walk into, you know, via time travel, I guess would be the only option. The arcades, why didn't they knock off a DeLorean in this? From the 80s. That would have been back in the day, like Westford Ho and Mine. That would have just been, oh, such good times. Well, I talk about them forever in my gameplays and my nostalgic memory videos. Look at this! Look at this. Well, there, ooh, hello. You could say I drifted to the, funny, because I see what you did there. Right, oh, nose ring, attitude. People have nose rings in the 80s unless they were punk. Right, but yeah, Slipstream. I'm playing it on my Xbox Series S. Obviously, it's on all Xboxes, Xbox Eyes and PlayStations. It's I don't know. I guess it's in the $10 range in North America, but it's £7.99 British pence. Sharp for me, and yeah, I like it. It's not deep. It's not going to change your life. It does exactly what it says on the tin, though. It's a drop nip, ready with another break. We remembered for once. Yeah, it does exactly what it says on the tin. If you like 80s racers and stuff like that, you know, all the old sprite scalers, then you'll love this. So I recommend and I endorse it. Get your ass over to Xbox Live or PlayStation Online or whatever it's called. I don't know. I haven't owned the PlayStation since PlayStation 2. I don't plan on either. Anyways, also, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you have this. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.